Every day is a new opportunity to rise up and conquer. The world is full of challenges and obstacles, but with the right mindset and attitude, anything is possible. Success is not something that is handed to you on a silver platter. It's something that you have to work hard for every day. Whether it's pursuing your dreams, achieving your goals, or just getting through the day, you have the power to make it happen. But the journey to success is not always easy. There will be times when you stumble, when you fall, when you feel like giving up. But it's in those moments that you have to dig deep, find your inner strength, and rise up again. Success is not just about reaching the top. It's about the journey, the obstacles you overcome, and the lessons you learn along the way. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. So don't be afraid to take risks, to try new things, to push yourself to the limit. You have the power to conquer anything that comes your way. The only limit is the one you set for yourself. So go out there and make your dreams a reality. Take the first step and keep moving forward, one day at a time. And when you reach the top, look back at all that you've accomplished and know that you are capable of anything. So rise up, conquer, and let your light shine. The world is waiting for you.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, yeah, it's great. We're up to date, but your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life shit.
There ain't nothing you can do about what's gonna happen to you. You can't stop life from happening. You can do something about it. Life is 10% what happened to you. It's 90% what you do about it. You got to stop tripping every time something happened to you like it's the end of the world. It ain't. Just change your mindset. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude.
You're suffering from self-doubt while others are intimidated by your full potential. If your past self could see where you're at today, think of how impressed they would be. One of the greatest ways you can overcome self-doubt is to realize how far you've come. Maybe you're not exactly where you want to be, but you're a lot better than where you were. And the key is to wake up every single day, put one foot in front of the other, keep moving and keep growing.
Most people aren't obsessed with their goals because they don't believe they're worthy of them. It's easy to dream about what you want, but in between where you are and what you want, there's a tremendous amount of stuff you got to change and do. You have to do the work to change so that you can be the happy, fulfilled person that you were born to be.
When you're waking up every morning by yourself and you're fucking getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see a 1 minute video of me running and shit, and like these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see these motherfuckers, man, what they deal with every fucking day. All those mornings that you don't want to fucking get up, and I look at it as like a rock, and you find this fucking rock, and that rock is you. And every day you fight not wanting to get up, and you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock, and every day you fucking eat the right foods, and every day you go to train, you train harder and harder and harder and harder, and you get up earlier, and all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another fucking piece of that rock up. Before you know it, you have this beautiful fucking piece of artwork that you built.
When you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're gonna have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat.
Always keep going. Always. There's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent, because eventually that storm passes.
The masters make the hardest things in the world look easiest. And in the moments where you push yourself, when no one else is around, those moments have a tendency to lead to success.
We're all looking for this golden purpose. Is it this? Is it that? Is it making money? Is it my family? Motherfucker, the purpose is you. Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? You have to learn how to get up and do shit when you ain't got no fucking 5K, no 10K, nothing. Nothing exists. Your life fucking sucks. You're in the fucking dungeon. But guess what, motherfucker? I'm still going to get it.
When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day, I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position. It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing and keep working.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what.
The price of regret is much heavier than the price of discipline. You never want to wake up one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year down the road and go, man, I wish I would have listened to my gut. I wish I would have done this thing. You don't want to live in regret. If there's something you want to get done in work, your relationships, school, whatever it is, do it.
What if you could unlock your full potential? What if you could become the best version of yourself? What if you could achieve your wildest dreams? It's possible. But it's not easy. It takes dedication, focus, and a willingness to push past your limits. To unlock your full potential, you must first identify your strengths and weaknesses. Then, you must set clear goals and develop a plan to achieve them. This may require you to step outside of your comfort zone, take risks, and make sacrifices in order to succeed.
I never gave up on my dreams, even when people told me I couldn't do it.
Success is not a destination, it's a journey, and it's different for everyone. But the key is to keep moving forward, no matter what. Embrace the challenges, learn from your failures, and celebrate your successes along the way.
I failed many times before I succeeded, but I learned from my failures and kept pushing forward.
When you face adversity, remember that it's not the end. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. You have the power to create the life you want. You have the potential to achieve greatness. But you must be willing to put in the effort and make the necessary sacrifices to turn your dreams into reality. Success rarely comes easy, and it requires hard work, determination, and persistence. So if you want to create the life you truly desire and achieve greatness, you must be willing to push yourself beyond your limits, learn from your failures, and keep moving forward no matter what obstacles you may face.
Do you wake up every morning feeling like you're ready to take on the day? Do you feel confident in your abilities and proud of who you are? Or do you struggle to find motivation and often feel like you're not living up to your full potential? Being your best self every day isn't easy. It requires dedication, hard work, and a commitment to personal growth. But the good news is, it's possible. With the right mindset and habits, you can become the best version of yourself and achieve your goals. One of the keys to being your best self is taking care of your body. Exercise, eat healthy foods, and get enough sleep. These habits will help you feel energized and focused throughout the day. But taking care of your body is only half the battle. You also need to take care of your mind. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or any other activities that help you reduce stress and stay focused on your goals. Another important aspect of being your best self is pursuing your passions. Whether it's writing, painting, or playing an instrument, find something that brings you joy and make time for it every day. Continuous learning is also key to personal growth. Read books, take courses, or pursue any other opportunities that allow you to expand your knowledge and skills. The more you learn, the more you grow. Take advantage of the resources available to you, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. You never know what new doors may open as a result of your willingness to learn and grow. Finally, being your best self also means being kind and helping others. Volunteer, donate to charity, or simply offer a helping hand to someone in need. These acts of kindness not only benefit others, but also bring joy and fulfillment to your own life. Being your best self isn't a destination, it's a journey. It requires constant effort and self-reflection, but by taking care of your body and mind, pursuing your passions, learning continuously, and helping others, you can become the best version of yourself and live a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantages and disadvantages.
You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%?
When you look in the mirror, that's the one person you can't lie to.
That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
If you want to compete fairly with someone, then you should be competing with you.
I attack myself. I'm always questioning myself. I'm always holding myself accountable. This mirror would always tell me, my reflection would say, God, you are a pathetic man. How does it feel every day to be this way? So I would just start having myself accountable. How did I attack today? How did I attack yesterday? And if I didn't do something I was proud of, I would write down a sticky note and I would fix it.
My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You got to be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work, because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
I just beat me. This ain't about nobody else. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I just beat me. I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to beat, and that's me. If I can continue to outdo me from the day before, then I'm ahead.
I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it. And that's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press forward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
I think we're here to struggle and to learn. I don't think we're here to be happy. That's why when we keep going back to the happy argument, I've always found that kind of frustrating and annoying. Yeah. When someone goes, oh, but I want to be happy. Why? Why? Why do you want to sit there and laugh? Like you were happy your entire childhood. That's your happy days. You're allowed to be happy as a kid. Finished. It's all over now, right? You're a man. You have responsibilities. I think we're here to do important. Provide, protect, and we're also here to do important things. And important things are going to be difficult, and they're going to be hard, and you're going to get frustrated. But that's what gives you purpose. If I feel extremely happy and excited, I'm going to use that as motivation or energy to do amazing things and do good and work hard. If I feel absolutely depressed and distraught, I'm going to use that as endless energy and motivation to do amazing things and work hard. It doesn't matter what you give me. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be converted and transferred. It doesn't matter what fuel you give me. If you give me diesel, petrol, kerosene, vodka, doesn't matter what you put inside of my engine.
Hard work is going to come out.
Absolutely. Success. That's all I know how to do. Yeah. That's all I know how to do. It doesn't matter what fuel you put in my engine. My engine only knows how to do one thing, and that is succeed.
Life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you. You're only going to be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit. But if you're going to stand around and wait for a handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. And I think that a lot of people have forgotten about how difficult and how competitive it is as a man. We're always in constant competition with each other. And it's your duty as a man to stand up and say, I want to be as important and strong and good-hearted and God-fearing as possible. And I need to work hard to achieve those things.
If you don't know what to do,
don't go to university. If you know what you want to do and you need a university degree to do it, then obviously pursue that. If you don't know what you want to do, going to university is going to burn 3 or 4 years of your time and likely get you into a bunch of debt and a bunch of trouble that you don't need.
When I was going to school and they're sitting there going, you're not going to get a good job if you don't get good grades, I was the one sitting there going, you're a liar, shut up. I just knew the teacher was lying. I knew school was bullshit. I knew college was bullshit. I knew university was a lie. I always knew it was a trick and a con. I didn't truly understand things to the level I understand them now. But I had an intrinsic understanding, and I think everybody does. If you're at a gas station and it's 3 a.m. and a Lambo pulls up and a guy gets out of it, you're thinking criminal, drug dealer, gangster. Yeah. You're not thinking, he has a uni degree. Because you're not going to think that. So when you see money, people don't even associate the money they see with university. But then they go, I want to make money, so I go to university. It doesn't make sense.
Everybody understands that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands that. But they understand that and still hang around with fucking losers.
True.
It's like, is that not the ultimate mark of being a dumbass? If you understand that that's the truth and you don't create your friendship and create your reality, then you're a loser.
Stop trying to live like the man unless you've actually become the man first. And that means women. Stop trying to get laid all the time and get beautiful women. Because if you are a nobody, the time and effort it's going to take into convincing a really beautiful woman to go to bed with you, so you're burning your hours. Don't chase women too much. Don't chase having fun too much. Don't chase clout too much. Don't try to be seen in cool places that you can't actually afford to be in.
I truly believe all parents want the best for their children. Even if they may be saying the wrong thing, I don't think there's anybody alive who has a kid and wants it to have anything less than the best life they believe they can have. If your father's giving you advice, perhaps you think it's wrong, but I truly believe, he truly believes it's the best possible advice. Why would a father have a son and try to ruin his own son's life? He wants his son to be happy and successful. So at least consider what he says, because maybe you're just being a stupid smart ass, and maybe you're fucking wrong. So you need to listen to your parents. I always listen to my parents. I was raised that way.
People pretend too hard today, and the effort it takes to pretend short term will make you look richer or cooler or more successful than you are. But if you take all the time that you spend pretending and actually invest it into trying to become what you're pretending to be, you'll get there. But it will take, again, 3, 4, 5 years, and people don't want to do it. I ran a business with my brother that failed before I was 21 years old. That qualified me more to run a successful business than anyone who from age 18 to 23 studied business at university for 5 years and got a master's in business. Me, having run my one failed company, was more qualified to run a successful company after that than they were. Because the person who they learned from at university doesn't run successful companies. It's just a bunch of book learning. It's a bunch of theory that isn't really applicable to real business.
Trauma can mold you, and trauma can be a fantastic thing. Heartbreak, depression, sadness, these are all fantastic motivators. I'm telling you why they're a fantastic motivator. You go to a guy who's heartbroken, he has all the motivation in the world to send 300 text messages. He has the motivation, he's putting it in the wrong place.
That's 300 cold emails you could be sending to someone to pitch a business.
That's a lot of money you could have made.
Yeah.
Life's gonna hurt you, and how you use that pain is completely and utterly up to you. You can use that pain to galvanize yourself as a man and become a better man you've ever been. I'm not saying that I'm only successful because of some chick. I'm saying that every single time that I was heartbroken, I never wasted a second. I was never wallowing. That's what I'm saying. Every single bad thing that's happened to me, every single piece of trauma that's happened in my life has led me here. So if you're happy with where you are currently, then you have to be happy for every bad thing that's ever happened to you. If you look at your life now and go, I'm quite happy with where I am, then you have to be happy with every single shit day you've had, because you wouldn't end up here any other way. You know, I wouldn't have grown as a man if my father didn't die. You learn a lot about yourself as a man when your father dies. So, of course I wish my father was alive, but if I'm happy with my life now and where it is, you have to accept every shitty day and every single lesson. I'm happy for all of it, the good and the bad, my friend. I'm smiling, I'm breathing, I'm alive.
Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist.
Right now, are you in fear? The things that you fear, take 100 things that you have feared. Probably 99 of them never happened.
We have one life. In it, you have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way. You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you.
The fear, it's a construct of the mind in the first place. You fear that you get a car is going to hit you tomorrow. Yeah, hello. We are not tomorrow. We are here right now. Why you think about tomorrow the car could hit you? Who says it's going to happen? And where is the evidence it's going to happen? Where's the evidence it's not going to happen? You don't know. Stop thinking about tomorrow.
I think you should do what makes you great. Do what's uncomfortable and scary and hard but pays off in the long run. Be willing to fail. Let yourself fail. Fail in the way and the place where you would want to fail. Fail, pick yourself up, and fail again. Because without this struggle, what is your success?
The problem with the fear is it's very strong. They stay inside the fear becomes more, the powerful fear becomes even stronger, and then it becomes so strong, the fear, that it even blocks people in doing anything.
To create fear, you have to use excessive imagination. To not be in fear, you don't have to do anything.
You cannot let a fear of failure, or a fear of comparison, or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss.
Fear is happening because of excessive imagination. Things that have not happened, you're creating.
You must go out and you must take these risks.
Fear is always about that which does not exist. You cannot fight or you cannot overcome that which does not exist. You cannot overcome something which does not exist.
It's the mind. I just need to switch it over and make it useful for me.
What may happen in your mind happens in 1,000 different formats, and most probably it never happens.
The fact that you have limitations means that the plot of your life is the overcoming of those limitations, and that if you didn't have limitations, well, there wouldn't be a plot, and maybe there would be no life.
The main idea is, if you don't find this way of reducing the suffering of your surrounding, your suffering won't stop.
Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived. You are capable of greatness in your profession, and more importantly, in your quality of self. Stay hungry. Stay young at heart. Take those risks. You are going to change the world around you.
The sun doesn't shine every day. The storms will come. There are times when the nights will be long and dark and you will be alone. There will be times when the darkness seems to consume everything. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
It's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the warpath.
You've just gone through a breakup, and it's the worst thing you've ever been through. Some of you lost your job, and you thought that job was it. And so all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're thinking, man, I thought my life was together, now it's in shambles at my feet. No, it's not. It's all right.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you could go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen, no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up, no matter what.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying.
I've seen people quitting, and if they would have held out longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much. I've seen some of the most brilliant people in the world that never made it because they were quitters.
I can't stand quitters. Quitters can have every single advantage. Quitters can have all the information. Quitters can have all the tutelage. Quitters can have a mentorship. Quitters can have someone who messages them every morning, hey bro, let's get it. And guess what they're gonna do at the end? Quit. They ain't never gonna have shit. So if you're a quitter, I don't even want you even inside my organization. I don't want quitters anywhere near me because you're never gonna be successful.
Never, ever quit.
When life is kicking dirt in your face, don't give up then. That's when most people turn back. Most people will tuck their tails between their legs and they will run in the opposite direction and say, that's all right, life, I don't want this.
And these challenges that you face, they're gonna do their best to take you down. Do not let them.
Everything that happens to you, there's a lesson in it. There's a lesson in it for you. If you look at it, whatever happens to you, just look at it and view life that you're a student of the universe and say, what's in here for me to learn?
In the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you.
I had had a somewhat rocky youth and teenage years. My father wasn't at home. I was growing up partly with my grandparents in high school. I'd gotten into trouble occasionally. And I remember in 1979 arriving as a freshman and doing what freshmen do, trying to figure out what courses are and trying to change your study habits and trying to identify that food in the cafeteria. We were visited on campus by a couple of gentlemen from South Africa. They spoke about their efforts to overcome apartheid. Myself and a group of students listened to these young men describe the extraordinary struggles they were going through, the sacrifices that were being made. People who were enduring jail and torture and beatings because they had a sense that some way justice would prevail. And that brief meeting, I think, in some ways changed my life, because what it told me, first of all, was that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they're given an opportunity. We sometimes think that our leaders have to have fancy degrees or well-educated or some public office somewhere. These young men had none of those things. But what they possessed was a anger over injustice that they were able to channel in a constructive, positive way. And I thought to myself that they gave me some sense of the direction that my life might go. We all know that injustice still exists. It exists here in every poor neighborhood, and in every inner city, and every rural community. Young people's lives are filled with sadness and desperation and anarchy and chaos. And obviously all around the world, we see those same symptoms of hopelessness made manifest. Move the process along for a better history. How do you put your shoulder against the wheel and move that boulder up the hill? Take up that challenge. The world is waiting for you, ready to be changed. Because I think we live in this moment in history right now where the hunger for change, the hunger for something new, the desire to break out of the ordinary, the self-interested, the petty, the trivial, is everywhere. And they're waiting for you.
I had a dream, and that dream was to play professional football. I fell in love with the game of football. My goal was to play in the NFL. Again, because we didn't have a lot of money, so I wanted to be the first one to buy my parents a house, buy myself a house. I never lived in a house until I was 29 years old. And the dream didn't come true. I didn't get drafted. I didn't get any offers, nothing. I had to work up in Canada at the Canadian Football League. And when I was cut from there, I had my dad had to come pick me up. And I'll never forget, we were on I-75. He lived in Tampa, came to Miami, got in his pickup truck. We drove up I-75. And I'm 23 years old. I am forced to move back in with my parents because you want to tackle the world and you have all these dreams. And none of it came true. And it was also hard because all my friends around me, those teammates, they were NFL stars and they became millionaires buying their parents a home. You know, that's the thing, you want to buy your mom a home. So I said, I wonder how much money I have. And I took out my wallet and I had I had a 5, a 1, and some change. And at least I rounded up, optimistic. I thought, oh, I have $7. There was a time where I wasn't quite too sure if I was confident enough as to the why and why it was happening and what am I doing, because it wasn't very systematic. It's not like I had a big blueprint, because there really wasn't a blueprint for me to follow. My dad always said too that regardless of what you do in life and where you go, respect is going to be given when it's earned, and you have to go out and earn it every single day. We want to make sure that we have people around us who are inspired to do well and reach for and continue to share our vision, but also at times say, well, I'm not quite too sure if that's the right thing to do. When we were 14 years old, we lived in Hawaii, and we lived in a small efficiency apartment. And my mom and I came home, and I'll never forget, the rent was $180 a week. And there was an eviction notice on the door. And this was the one, it was the final eviction notice. Like, that's the one. My mom started crying, and I never forgot in that moment. It was a seminal moment for me because I felt like I never want to be in this position again. What can I do? So at 14 years old, I thought, well, the heroes in my life, Muhammad Ali, for example, professional wrestlers, they're all men who have worked hard with their hands and they built their body. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what my dad taught me and these other heroes. I'm going to go build my body so we're never evicted again. My dad was a man who, against the odds, made it. And but he would get up at usually 5:30 in the morning, and he would say, if I get up, you're going to get up too. He would drag me to the gym. And by the way, I'm 5 years old, and he would drag me to the gym. And I wouldn't work out, but he would just make sure that I was there and be with him. And that was our time that we could spend together. The gym for me and this physical activity is my anchor, and I would recommend that for all of you guys in the room, is for us to find that anchor, whether it's hiking or biking or yoga or meditation or whatever it is. Because for me, the gym, or just some sort of physical activity, it anchors my day, and then it allows me to go on and work for the rest of the day. It's way more than just physicality. It's way more than just picking up a weight. It is my balance, it's my anchor, it's my spiritual anchor, mental, because what it allows me to do, it's the only time for me that, and we all need this, because this treadmill of life, there's no stop button, so it's so crazy. It just allows me to block out the noise and clear my head, think about what I need to do or accomplish, or think about the things I need to accomplish without the influx of information and people trying to tug at me. My first bout of depression, I was 18 years old. After that, I think I was 23. Then after that was when I got a divorce. So it had been a learning experience through that. Therapy really helped me. Once I understood that, number one, I'm not alone when it comes to mental struggle. Because growing up, being in a house, like my dad was tough love, so sharing feelings and emotions, I didn't have that, so I held everything in, and plus I was an only child. I was the strong, silent type. Meanwhile, there was a lot of stuff happening going on in here. So for me to become the man that I am today, fortunately, one, I'm not alone. But then the other side to that, it's like the A side, the B side, and maybe the most important side is to communicate and talk and get it out, and it's okay. I never imagined this. I at one time when I was a kid, I did feel in my heart and in my gut that I thought, oh, I think the world's gonna hear from me. I don't know how, but I do feel that way. But I never thought in my mind it was this level of success or fame even. It was, I don't know how, but the world's gonna hear from me. I still see every opportunity that I have as like a little crack in the wall, a little scratch. And it's almost as if like every opportunity the scratch represents every opportunity. Therefore, the success on the other side of the scratch is the light. Scratching hard, clawing, digging, it's that mentality to really take advantage of every opportunity I have. I never take anything for granted. Being evicted, by the way, has not only given me just great perspective, but also great gratitude. Gratitude is a big thing with me. I mean, it is truly my anchor. It's my anchor, and I wake up with a heart full of gratitude. And even in death, and even when things don't go right, and even though I didn't make it to the NFL, me making it to the NFL was the best thing that never happened, because it also gave me a great sense of gratitude to be here. I feel this way, like we're a month away from being evicted. I gotta go to work. Like I still have that in my head, you know, but it keeps you grounded. The alternative is what I once was.
You're gonna die never even trying to reach your full potential. So I'm gonna live, even while I'm dead. I believe in a higher power. I believe that your mind lives forever. Some spirit, something lives forever. I'm gonna be haunted by the mere fact that I literally that's what I get. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth. And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into, because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. There's 24 hours in a day where you're alone in this brain, and your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. You realize what trying is and what trying is not. I started realizing, man, just by going to war with myself every day and putting these challenges and these goals and these obstacles, these insurmountable obstacles, the more I did this, the more I gained confidence.
Success is like a quiet daily set of tasks. Real small. It's like that quiet walk to the gym. Some empty ass gym late at night. Over and over and over. Or as I sit there studying other great people and then comparing it with what I'm doing and looking at it. Over and over and over. Doing 20 minutes of quiet meditation a day. Over and over. It's a very quiet process where you're just drawing your state from within yourself, doing these like simple little tasks, but finding love in those simple little tasks.
The harder I work, the luckier I get. I'm an ordinary person, but I focused on my craft. I had burning desire to be excellent. I love what I do. Sharing in my books and speaking is my oxygen, it's my DNA. 4 in the morning I get up and I'm working in my craft because I love it. I love it. The process is just as important as the actual prize because the process is going to make you, the deeper the process, the greater the reward.
Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. And I firmly believe you're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it.
A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. I understand it is in the process that you get better. It's in the process that don't nobody know your name and 5 years later, you're one of the best in the world. Why? The process. I don't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm broke. Then why do you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because I ain't finished yet.
You got the little voices in your head. And you know what they're saying? They're saying it's okay. You've done enough. Take a little rest. That's fine. You can take the day off. You don't need to go hard. That's what those little voices are saying. But you've got another voice in your head that's asking you a question. It's asking you, what could you be? What could you be if you worked as hard as you could? What could you be if you imposed real discipline in your life? What could you be? I say you crank up the volume on that voice. Crank up the volume on that question. Max it out. It's so easy to put things off. So easy to say, you're gonna do it tomorrow. Well, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do. Too tired, too hungry, too sore, too hot, too cold, too whatever.
Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth.
Are you making yourself better? Or are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Make the decision, yes or no. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no. Are you going to win? Yes or no. Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it.
Hard work works. And you know what's great about our culture, y'all? The world's lazy. It's a good thing for you and me. Everybody will talk about it. Everybody will post about it. But nobody wants to roll up their sleeves and just go get it. And so what that means for me, I don't have to be the most qualified. I don't have to be the most talented. All I got to begin to do is to apply myself. And by default, I'm going to separate myself from the crowd.
If you set out and you say you're going to do something, do yourself a favor and don't lie to yourself. Because that is the worst thing that an individual can ever do. You think you lying to your peers. You think you lying to your teacher. You think you lying to your coach. At the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, you lying to you. Because that's your life. You make your bed, you gotta lay in it.
You aren't getting any closer to your 5-year plan or your 3-year plan or your 7-year plan or any plan that you've got unless you get up and start getting after it today.
The most important conversation you will ever have in your life is the one you have with yourself. It is about you. It's strictly about you finding who you are. So many people die, live 100 years, never know who they are. You have to look in that mirror and know there's so much more in here, man. Because I can literally right now be a 300-pound guy spraying for cockroaches still to this day. If I did not look in that mirror and say, there has to be more to this. This can't be it. And then willing to go into it, dive deep into it, and give all I have to find it. So that's what all that's about.
You want to become a risk taker. You want to raise the bar on yourself. Most people won't do that.
See, most people engage in low-life living, low-risk living. Viscott said if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? Don't worry about failing. You're going to fail. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to look stupid. Why? It's called life. Make it okay to fail.
And for some of you, you stop dreaming. You dream for a week and you stop because things around you don't look good. You dream for a month, and when you get hit in the mouth, you quit and you give up. You dream for a while, and when people tell you crazy, when people tell you stupid, and when people tell you can never get done, you stop dreaming and you go back to knowledge. And I dare you to use your imagination. I dare you when you're broke to use your imagination. I dare you when you're rich to use your imagination. I dare you under every single circumstance. Keep dreaming. Keep looking at your dream. Keep focusing on your dream. Keep going after the dream because that's where true success is.
People that are going to increase their sales, the people that are going to change their lives, the people that are going to recover their health, the people that are going to build their lives and start all over again from scratch are people who believe it's possible. The people who fail are the people who suffer from possibility blindness. When you want to increase your performance in life, you must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. If you want to make it in any area in life, you've got to go all out. So you're in the right place at the right time to make that happen. You have something special. You have greatness within you. I don't know you, but here's what I know about you. That you have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. Here's what I know about you. That what you've done up to this point is only a tip of the iceberg of what's possible for you.
Life can throw you some curves. And it's not just the things that you see coming, but sometimes it's the things that you didn't see coming that hit you out of nowhere, that set you back in such a way that it seems like you can't get over. And you've reached your limit and your bandwidth is full. You already said, I can't take another thing. And then out of nowhere, here comes something you didn't see coming and you're in it.
And in your homes, somewhere in your heart, these words are echoing. Am I going to make it?
When you get into a tight spot and everything goes against you until it seems that you cannot hold on for a minute longer, never give up then, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. There are times when your energy feels so depleted that you want to give up, that it looks just totally impossible. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, don't give up then. That's when you've got to fall forward, when life is kicking dirt in your face. Don't give up then. That's when most people turn back.
As long as you're alive, there is hope.
You're still alive. You're still here.
It's never too late, and it's never too dark, and we can always turn things around.
There's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it because that pain is what makes you stronger.
Pain is the high cost of growth. If you want to grow up, you want to be mature, there is no way to do it without pain. You can't grow up on the easy street. And the very thing that discourages you is the very thing that develops you.
No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. The only person that's going to make a drastic change in your life, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the only person that is going to dig you out of your hole is who? You. You have to do it for you.
You've got to become courageous to stand up within yourself, to face it and step forward.
We all get a taste of that victim mentality, the why me? You can become the victim of the situation or the victor of the situation. You need to be the master of your emotions, not let them affect you. You're the dictator. You're the captain of your boat, whether you let things affect you in a negative way or a positive way. I don't lose. I only win or learn. In life, there's only winning or learning. All your problems become gifts once you learn from them.
And some of you have allowed adversity to make you stop. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Execute, execute, execute. In the midst of adversity, execute. You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to be. And you're going to prove to everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong. And if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you, on the other side is a reward. Pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary.
Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. I see what's not there. I have visions. My visions are bold and unapologetic. And if you don't get it when I show it to you, if you don't get it when I explain it, if you don't get it when I verbalize it and I go into details, guess what? It's sure. Don't be afraid to walk into the unfamiliar. Don't be afraid to do what's deep inside of you to do. If God was done with you, you wouldn't be here. I'm telling you, stop being afraid of the unfamiliar.
Think about the things that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. Taking the easy road and leaving discipline behind. Think about them. You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't know the best way. Who cares? That's a lie. Or you're too old, or you're too young. Of course you're too old or too young. And you're too tired, or you're too sore, or you're just plain not feeling it. Lies, lies, lies. And the list goes on and on and on.
If you really got a problem with your life, you'll change it. You're not tired of being broke. You're not tired of being stuck. Anybody who is determined to do something, who wants something to be different, it will eventually be different. You're gifted, you're talented. God has much bigger plans for you in your life. Everything around you is going to change as soon as you change the things around you.
And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop. So recognize excuses are not valid. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. So don't believe the lies, believe the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill. You have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies. Burn them down.
I invested too much. I invested too much to quit. I made too many sacrifices to give up. If dreams were easy, everybody would make them happen. The problem is that I watch most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. I'm walking through the airport running almost. Most people that I'm with, they don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, fool, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. Some stuff is just, you gotta be powerful. It's just some stuff that you gotta have stamina for. You're just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're gonna forever be average, because to be great, you got to keep up. Some of you have sold your greatness and your destiny for a couple dollars. You can't get to the next level because every time somebody draws something in front of your face, you give up. Take all your energy for the dream, because you're gonna need it. And so the second thing I can teach you is, for every dream you have, take at least a week or 30 days and write down every single thing that it's gonna take to make it happen. And I want you to know something. After you write everything down, you still have not written everything down because you don't know what's gonna happen. And so life normally breaks you because when it hits you, you wasn't ready. But if you're ready, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready and you stay plugged up, when you hear bad news, it don't break you because you already energized. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. You're not going to be the best. You're not going to catch the best if you're not intentional and deliberate. And there are those of you in your space, and whatever you're trying to do, you don't even represent the best in your space. And you're still not giving 120. You're trying to catch the guy, you're trying to catch the female, that's the best. And you're waking up and giving me 70%. You're giving me 80%, but yet you have these dreams that you're gonna be the best. How? Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats, they get to it, they go through it. And the harder it is, the better. No alarm clock needed, my pad waits. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, no clock. I ain't used the clock in 20 years. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and ask whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? We're gonna put in work, because every time you put in work, you get the same consequences. You get paid. You get rewarded.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. Makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you. You're going to forever be sad, man. If you don't chase that dream, you're going to forever be miserable.
If you really want to be transformed, you have to live an intentional life. Most people don't lead their life. They accept their life. And when you accept your life, you are living on things that are not worthy of your time and effort and energy. To go uphill, you have to be intentional. Nobody ever went uphill by accident. You've never read a book on accidental achievements. You have to be intentional with what you do and who you are.
I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered, had sweated, had sacrificed, had kept their focus, had fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass.
Do things that you have to push mentally through. And if you do those things and you continue to do those things, you'll get mentally stronger. The scary thing is, when you give up, when you don't push, when you stay in bed, when you eat the donut, you're getting mentally weak. So develop the muscle, develop that brain power to push through when things kind of suck. When they suck, go do them anyways.
If you want to be the best of the best, if you want to survive no matter what happens, if you want to thrive no matter what happens, you can't second guess yourself. There's always a reason. If your business is not thriving, there's a reason. If your relationship is not thriving, there's a reason. And you know what the crazy thing is? Everybody in this room knows exactly what that reason is.
If you want to win, you got to do it. Do it alone. Do it broke. Do it tired. Do it scared. No matter what, just do it.
50% of winning is showing up for the fight. The fight is half over when you show up. You'll never win a fight you don't show up for. I'm showing up for this. Here I am, ready for duty. I am through hiding in the shadows for fear that I might fail. I'm gonna face this head on and let the chips fall where they may.
If you don't know who you are, you will accept less than you deserve. You will negotiate with your peace. You just do it because it's convenient. When you don't know who you are, your haters can disturb you. I actually appreciate my haters. My haters keep me grinding. I tell them all the time, if you want to pay attention to success, watch me.
You've got to understand it's timing in baseball. It's not the skill, it is the timing that causes the batter to be effective at swinging the bat. You can have the right swing, but if you swing at the wrong time, you won't have the impact that you should have had. Some of you are trying to do the right swing, but you're swinging at the wrong time.
Your dreams are phenomenal. The life that you have for yourself is phenomenal. In your dreams, your bank account is phenomenal. The things that you do, the way that you live, what you have is phenomenal.
Your brain is like a circuit switch. Once you believe you are something, you actually embody it. You embody that feeling. If you were, God forbid, in a coma, and you woke up and you didn't really have a memory, and you were told that you used to be a Navy SEAL, and they want you back now when you're healthy, do you think you'd act differently and hold yourself differently, conduct yourself different, and have a different self-concept of who you are than if you were told you were a piano instructor? Being successful in life is all about having the proper belief system in who you are. Truly believing that you are something unique, that you are something special in that field. If you truly believe inside of you that you are one of the best actors in the world, you will be entirely different than if you're like, I hope I'm good. Your expressions will be totally different. Your tone of voice. You'll talk in a more convincing fashion. You'll use your natural voice instead of a scripted one. You'll be more emphatic. You'll be more real, more relatable. Our brain is like a circuit. And so if we introduce it with the proper wiring, you're going to go straight to your target. If you're unsure about who you are, then your dreams, your goals, they will never become a reality. Everyone has mental doubts in life, internal conflicts. Even the most successful people that you look up to, but they don't live there. It's how you handle those negative thoughts in that exact moment and overwhelm them with positive action. And that comes with this utmost confidence in yourself that you can handle the situation. Trust in yourself that you are better than the moment.
The greats think differently. The greats see differently, right? The greats have a different worldview. The greats, they approach the game in a totally different way. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. Because if you can get this, you can get any success you want in life. You can have anything you want in life if you can get this. The next time you give a low effort, right? You give it 70%. Or if your effort is low, you're probably not thinking about the opportunity, you're probably thinking about the obligation. And when you think about ET, how you stay pumped up? ET's how you stay on fire. You should be excited about the fact that you have an opportunity.
I have to hold the line. And there's areas within myself where I cannot compromise. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to train hard. I'm going to try and improve myself. I'm going to own my mistakes. I'm going to confront them. I'm going to face my demons. And I'm not going to give up or give out or give in. I'm going to stay. And I'm going to maintain my personal self-discipline and do my utmost to live a life that is worthy of the sacrifices that were made for me.
You have a vision, you have an idea, you have a genius idea that's in your mind, that's brewing, it's orchestrating. You should understand this, that it was always going to be your family and your friends that would be the first ones to try and talk you out of your vision and your big idea. That's why you're supposed to live your life. Focus on your intentions and do your thing.
If you do what is easy, your life will be home. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it.
Because when you see the invisible, you're able to do the impossible. Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
If you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it. And you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm going to turn this situation around. I'm not going to sit back and moan and cry over what happened and what went wrong and who did what. I'm going to do something about this situation. Expect things to get better for you. Whatever experience you're having right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass. Not to stay, just to pass. It's just going through. See, a lot of us, because of our limited vision of ourselves, a lot of us who begin to focus on problems and enable them to overwhelm us, we begin to think that we have no options. We begin to believe that there's no way out. This will not get me down. I'm unstoppable. The others were afraid to take a chance on themselves. The others couldn't see themselves beyond that company. They couldn't see life after that company. The same reason that people stay in relationships where they're abused or they're unhappy or it's unfulfilling, they can't see themselves beyond that relationship. They can't see themselves enjoying life without that person. They think that this is all that they can do. The same reason that people get stuck at a certain level in life, they can't see things being set up for them. And they think that this is it and this is all they deserve. This is all they've ever seen. It's been passed on to them. And they think that this is it for them. Oh no. I was looking what Dr. Blanton, Smalley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear. He said, fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And it seemed like you're in a hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself? Of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies. Whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on, you've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back?
Motivation isn't real. Everyone says this. Motivation's not real. Discipline's real. I do not feel like training, but I still train because I'm a disciplined individual. You don't get to go through life only doing the things you feel like doing. So this is down to you, my friend. And listen, you may feel fired up for 10 minutes after this little talk, but you're not going to feel fired up forever. You need to put systems in place. You need to get discipline. You need to get an atmosphere of people around you who are going to keep you accountable and not make it easy for you to continue to be a fucking nobody. And then you're going to fix your life. Otherwise, you're going to stay a nobody.
You will fail your way to success. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you that you can't do it. When you want something bad enough, you will find a way.
I'm talking to you. You're going through a storm right now. And I want you to know, whatever you're going through right now, if you can just muster up enough strength to hold on and hold out, if you do not quit, if you do not give up, it's coming, baby. Hold on. I don't care how long it takes you to finish school. Hold on. I don't care how long it takes you to pass that bar exam. You keep going. You keep studying. You keep writing. You keep singing. You keep rapping. You keep boxing. You keep fighting. You keep dribbling. You just keep on keeping on. And if you persevere, I'm telling you, trouble don't last always. Every storm that's come, it will pass.
When you quit, your mind says we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say, fuck you, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. It says, fuck, he's not leaving. So we gotta expand.
I will never quit, because if you quit, you're done. You may still be alive walking around on this earth. You're done. I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position. You won't be.
A person's character is not judged when they ride the wave of success, when everyone chants their name and you want to be their friend. No, your character is put to the test when your back is against the wall. Failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out. And I can stay down or I can get my ass up, and I'm in the getting up business.
I've often got a picture in my mind of a conversation that's going on up in heaven. God looking down at Dwayne, and the angel walks up and says, man, what a loser. I mean, look at him. He just lost his temper again. He just failed at that again. He just crashed and burned again. Man, I like to picture God looking down and saying, yeah, but that boy just won't quit. Watch him. He'll get back up, and he'll get up swinging, and he'll try again. You just don't quit. Don't quit. Get off your butt. Get out of those stands. Get in the arena. Get dirty. Get sweaty. Get bloody. Get knocked down. Get back up. And when people point at you and laugh at your failure, say, yeah, I'm in the arena with a sword in my hand, and you're sitting up there in the stand with a biscuit in yours. Who's more proud?
I want to encourage somebody out there who's thinking about quitting and giving up. Somebody who has been praying for years for things to turn around. You're thinking about quitting. You're thinking about giving up. You are folding. You are caving in. This is for you.
You're in this storm and you're down on your knees and you're cold and you're weak and you feel like this is the end. You have a choice to either give up or keep going. Give up or get up.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay in it. Stay focused.
When you fail, Try again, and again, and again. You just take one step at a time.
It's hard, but it's worth fighting. It's worth believing. It's worth mustering yourself up, standing up inside yourself. It's worth fighting relentlessly, never giving up.
I love the sun, but things don't grow because of the sun. You have to have some rain. And you've got to stop looking at rain in your life as something bad. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats. Because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. You thought for 1 minute that you broke me. You got me twisted. I am not phenomenally skilled, but phenomenally will. I will not give up. I will not surrender. I will not quit. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop running towards your dream. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Keep your head up. Stick your chest out. Continue to walk with pride. And know if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not going to be easy, but we have what it takes.
Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Don't say I'm having a bad day. Say I'm having a character building day.
Don't look at night as darkness. Look at night as a new beginning.
We often find ourselves attached to outcomes, trying to control every aspect of our lives. But sometimes the most profound changes occur when we learn to let go. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about releasing the need for immediate results and surrendering to the flow of life. Patience is a virtue, they say, and it truly is. When we learn to be patient, we free ourselves from the shackles of anxiety and despair. Understand that great things take time and your journey is unique. Embrace the waiting period as an opportunity for growth. Life has a way of working out, often in ways we couldn't have imagined. Trust the universe and have faith in the process. Know that the universe is conspiring to bring your dreams to fruition. Your job is to stay committed and resilient. While you're waiting for your desired outcomes, don't forget to live in the present moment. Find joy and positivity in the here and now. Life is a collection of beautiful moments, and it's essential not to let them pass by unnoticed. While embracing patience and positivity, keep your vision and goals in mind. Use them as your North Star, guiding you through the challenges and uncertainties. Remember why you started this journey in the first place, and let that drive you forward. Resilience is your greatest ally in this process. There will be setbacks, detours, and unexpected hurdles. But remember, setbacks are setups for comebacks. Embrace these challenges as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Believe in your abilities and your dreams. The power of self-belief can move mountains. When you have faith in yourself, you radiate confidence and attract positivity. Believe and you shall achieve. As we conclude this journey, I want to remind you that letting go and trusting the process doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means having the wisdom to recognize that some things are beyond your control. Have faith in the journey, stay positive, and be patient. The results will come when the time is right.
Take the call to adventure into the unknown and risk everything for what's merely a dream. See, the thing is, most of us are focused on like what the result is going to be. Like perhaps you could be an Olympic gold medalist. This is that call to adventure that every boy faces between the ages of 17 and 23 that not only end up in the attainment of some particular goal, because we never even know what the goal will ultimately be at the end of it. We think it's one thing, a lot of times it changes, but because of who you'll become when you take that journey. Because now you're embarking upon a journey that's going to require the development of a lot of your character traits. You're going to have to become a new person. You're going to face a lot of challenges. The reason why they call it the call to adventure is because you're going on a fucking adventure. You're going out into the wilderness.
The journey you're embarking on is not an easy path. It's not for the ill-hearted or the weak-natured. It's for the strong people. And before you embark on this journey, mentally, you have to prepare yourself for it. No one's going to get worse before it gets better. When you embark this journey, you must know that it's going to go down before it comes up. And when it comes up, it's going to go so much higher than you've ever been. Sacrificing today for tomorrow's betterment.
The man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. And when you love the journey, the goals just happen. You hit milestones as a side effect because it doesn't matter. At that point, I don't care if I can lift this much weight or run this fast. I mean, that's cool, but I don't love it as much as I love the journey. I love the journey. What does the journey consist of? Sucking at something, failing, getting better.
Everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. Everybody want to be a beast. Everybody got a lot. Tattoos of lions. But when it's time to practice, you ain't on beast mode. Most of y'all think that a lion is who he is because of how ferocious he is when he catch that gazelle, or when he catch that zebra. Can I be real with y'all? If a lion see an animal that's wounded, or a real hunter see an animal that's wounded, what do? They don't kill him. Why don't they kill him? He already hurt. And they beast. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunt. It's the hunt that they're excited about. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own. Because he loves the process.
It's not about what you get. If you're focused on what you're going to get, you miss the most important thing that happens, which is who you become. Sometimes horrible things happen to good people. Life isn't fair, and it can be heart-wrenching. And if you're having one of those dark days, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel that darkness.
When challenges and issues come back to back to back to back, and it seems like something is after me, something is attacking me, something is attacking my journey. Look for the lesson in it all. You will grow through what you go through. The question is, are you willing to go through it?
When those bad things happen, what are you going to do? Are you going to let this horrible situation dictate the way you feel and the way you handle it? Are you going to fall over and fall down and fall apart? Or are you going to face this issue with courage and with resolution? You know darkness. So embrace that darkness. Don't look away from it. Own it. Step up to the challenge, no matter what you face. Start walking. Take that step every day. No matter what you are facing, get up and start walking. And never surrender. And
remember that even in the most wretched times, when you face darkness yourself, no matter how bad things get, remember not to stop. Remember not to pause. Remember not to hesitate. Remember to put one foot in front of the other. Take that first step and start walking. And we will fight. And in fighting, we will win. And if not the battle, and if not the war, we will win because our spirit, it will never surrender. And that is the ultimate victory, to hold your head high, and even in the face of inescapable defeat, to stand and to fight. That is to win.
Don't allow yourself a switch off button. I know there's always an answer. No matter how dark that place may be, there's always a way out. Just gotta keep going.
Hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good.
You make some things you don't understand. You can't figure out. You don't see the answer. That's okay. You don't have to see it. This is a key to faith. Trusting when you don't understand. Trusting when you don't have the answers. Trusting when it seems like just the opposite of what you were hoping for. Quit worrying about those things you can't figure out. God has you in the palm of His hand. I know not how this is going to work out, but I do know who's on the throne. I do know who's directing our steps. I do know who's planned out our days. God said in Isaiah, when you go through the waters, I will be with you. When you go through the rivers, they will not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. It's interesting that God didn't say, I'll keep you out of every fire. You won't have to face any floods. No, He said the challenges will come. There will be adversities and things we don't understand. But the whole key to this verse is when He said, I will be with you in the fire, in the flood, in the famine. Is it a greater testimony that God kept you out of the fire, or that He came with you in the fire and brought you through it?
When you ask God for something, God boxes it up, put your name on it, and He ships it the day you ask for it. As soon as you ask for it, He ships it. The problem with the package is, He never tells you the date that it's going to arrive. If He did that, it would destroy the one element that He requires, your faith. So God sends your package, but He only delivers to Faith Street. If you step off of Faith Street and you go over here to I Don't Believe It Boulevard, He don't ship there. If you step over here to I Don't See How Avenue, He don't ship there. If you step over here to Ain't No Way Circle, He don't ship there. The package only goes to Faith Street. What happens to the average person is that when the package arrives and you ain't on Faith Street, it's just like the post office and FedEx, UPS. If you ain't at it, package gotta go back.
I asked for strength, and God gave me difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, and God gave me problems to solve. I asked for courage, and God gave me dangers to overcome. I asked for love, and God gave me troubled people to help. My prayers were answered.
And so when days are really good, I'm going to celebrate. Lord, thank you for the goodness you've allowed me to experience under the sun. And when days are really, 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 really bad, I'm gonna trust. I say, Lord, I know you're good. This doesn't feel good. I'm gonna trust you're not done. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna feel all the things. I'm gonna experience all the emotion. At the end of the day, God, I trust you.
What's your dream? What's that big goal that gets your heart racing? You see without a clear vision, you're just floating. You're like, oh shit, without destination. So first thing is first, set that vision in stone. Now that you got that big goal, break it down in smaller, manageable steps. Think of it like building a house. You start with a solid foundation, right? Your smaller goals are those bricks. And each one gets you closer to your dream. It's all about progress. Stay committed, because commitment is the key. You gotta be willing to put in the work, no matter what. It's not gonna be easy, but remember, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You've got something special and you've gotta protect it with your commitment. Embrace the grind, that's where the magic happens. Don't be afraid of hard work, embrace it. It's in the grind that you develop the skills, the resilience, and the character that will help you overcome any obstacle on your path. Learn from failure. Listen, you're going to face setbacks and you're going to fail at times. That's where real lessons are. I faced my share of failures, but I never let them define me. I learn from them and I use them to fuel my success. Stay hungry. Once you reach one goal, set another one. Complacency is the enemy of progress. Keep pushing yourself, keep reaching for more, and never stop growing. Believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. Your belief in yourself is the potent force you possess. Trust me. If you don't believe in you, no one else will. Your self-belief can move mountains. In conclusion, remember, goal setting is not just not reaching a destination. It's about the journey and the person you become along the way. So set your vision, break it down, stay committed, embrace the grind, learn from failure, stay hungry, and believe in yourself. You got this. Let's turn those dreams into reality.
Let's talk about what happiness means to you. Happiness is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's about finding that sweet spot that resonates with your heart and soul. Take a moment to define what happiness looks like for you. Embrace the journey. The pursuit of happiness is not a destination. It's a journey. It's about embracing every twist, turn, and unexpected detour with open arms. Life is a series of moments, and finding joy is often about appreciating the journey, not just the destination. Gratitude as a pathway to joy. One of the most powerful tools in our pursuit of happiness is gratitude. Take stock of the little things that bring a smile to your face, the moments that warm your heart. Gratitude is a magnet for joy, drawing positivity into your life. Let go of perfection. Perfection is an illusion that can stand in the way of our happiness. Embrace imperfections both in yourself and in the world around you. Real joy often comes from accepting life as it is and finding beauty in the imperfect moments. Find joy in simple pleasures. Happiness is often found in the simplicity of life. Take a moment to appreciate the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of laughter, or the taste of your favorite meal. Sometimes joy is in the smallest, most ordinary moments. Cultivate positive connections. Surround yourself with positive energy. Build connections with people who uplift and inspire you. Joy is often amplified when shared with those who bring positivity and love into your life, balancing pursuit and contentment. While it's natural to pursue greater happiness, it's equally important to find contentment in the present. Balance the desire for growth with gratitude for what you have now. Happiness is not always in the MR, sometimes it's in the no. In conclusion, the pursuit of happiness, remember that it's not a race but a dance. Dance through the highs and lows, savor the melodies of life, And never forget that joy is often found in the rhythm of the journey.
Hey there, financial warriors. It's Robert Kiyosaki, and today we're delving into the art of mastering the money game, inspired by the timeless lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Get ready for a financial mindset shift that could change the game for you. Let's roll. Rethinking wealth. Growing up, we were often told to go to school, get good grades, and find a secure job. But what if I told you that real wealth lies beyond that conventional path? It's time to rethink wealth and challenge the traditional notions that have been ingrained in us. Assets versus liabilities. In the world of money, understanding the difference between assets and liabilities is crucial. Your home might be a beautiful place, but if it's not putting money in your pocket, it's a liability. Start thinking about acquiring assets that generate passive income and work for you. The power of entrepreneurship is a game changer. It's about creating systems that generate income without your direct involvement. Rich Dad, Poor Dad teaches us that building businesses and investments can be the keys to financial freedom. It's not just about working hard. It's about working smart. Education beyond school. Education doesn't stop at school. In fact, that's just the beginning. Rich Dad, Poor Dad emphasizes the importance of financial education. Learn about money, investments, and how the financial world operates. It's knowledge that empowers you to make informed decisions about your wealth. Embracing risk and learning from failure. Taking risks is a part of the journey. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I discuss the value of learning from failures and setbacks. It's not about avoiding risks, but understanding and managing them wisely. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson that propels you forward. The importance of passive income. Passive income is your golden ticket to financial independence. Rich Dad, Poor Dad encourages us to build income streams that flow in, whether we're working or not. It's about creating a life where money works for you, not the other way around. Breaking free from the rat race. So rat race is real, my friends. Rich Dad, Poor Dad paints a vivid picture of escaping the cycle of working for money and instead making money work for you. It's time to break free. Take control of your financial destiny and design the life you want. As we conclude this journey through the principles of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, remember that the path to financial success begins with a shift in mindset. Educate yourself, embrace risks, and build a life centered around assets. Your financial future is in your hands.
Every being in this universe is unique, like no other. Your journey to self-love begins with acknowledging and celebrating your uniqueness. You are a masterpiece of creation, with qualities and attributes that make you unlike anyone else. Embrace this truth, and let it be the foundation of your self-love. The power of acceptance. True self-love begins with acceptance. Acceptance of your flaws, your past, and the aspects of yourself you may have considered shortcomings. Understand that these are integral parts of your being, and in embracing them, you pave the way for profound self-love. Disconnecting from external validation. In your journey to self-love, detach yourself from the need for external validation. Your worth is not determined by the opinions or judgments of others. Seek validation from within, as true self-love flourishes when it is not dependent on external factors. Cultivating compassion for yourself. Extend the same compassion to yourself that you're ready to offer to others. Understand that, like everyone else, you are a work in progress. Cultivate patience and kindness toward yourself, allowing the seed of self-love to blossom. Embracing imperfection. In the grand tapestry of existence, imperfections are what make life beautiful. Recognize that imperfection is not a flaw, but a unique brushstroke that adds depth to your canvas. Embrace imperfection with love, for it is a part of your divine design. Self-reflection and inner silence. Self-love flourishes in moments of self-reflection and inner silence. Take time to connect with the depths of your being. In the stillness, you will find the whispers of self-love, guiding you to appreciate the beauty that resides within.
expressing gratitude for your being. Gratitude is a powerful force that magnifies the essence of self-love. Take a moment each day to express gratitude for your existence, for the unique qualities that define you. In gratitude, you will discover the richness of self-love. In conclusion, as we conclude this transformative journey to self-love, remember that your worth is inherent and your uniqueness is a gift to the world. Embrace yourself with love and acceptance. For in doing so, you create a ripple of positive energy that touches the universe. Be well on your journey, my friends.
In the fight game and in life, setbacks are inevitable. It's not about avoiding the punches. It's about learning to take them and keep moving forward. Embrace the warrior mindset. Understand that adversity is not a roadblock. It's a detour leading to a stronger version of yourself. Learn from defeat. We've all faced defeats. It's not the fall that defines us, but how we rise. Take a page from the fight book. Analyze that, learn, and come back stronger. Every defeat is a lesson, and with resilience, you turn those lessons into stepping stones toward greatness. Cultivate mental toughness. And mental toughness is the cornerstone of resilience in the octagon and in life. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your most formidable opponent. Train your mind to stay focused, to stay determined no matter what challenges come your way. Surround yourself with winners. In the fight game, your corner is everything. The same goes for life. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your journey. A strong team fuels resilience. They pick you up when you're down and push you to be your best. Find motivation in adversity. Adversity is not a signal to give up. It's a call to dig deeper. I'll use setbacks as fuel. Find motivation in proving to yourself that you're stronger than any challenge. The bigger the obstacle, the more satisfying the victory. Discipline and consistency. Resilience is born from discipline and consistency. Train hard, work hard, and stay committed to your goals. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. It's not about the sprint. It's about the marathon. Conquer self-doubt. We all have moments of self-doubt. It's part of the human experience. But remember this, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Conquer self-doubt with self-belief. Trust in your abilities and keep pushing forward. In conclusion, know that setbacks are not defeats. They are set up for comeback. Embrace the struggle, learn from it, and let it forge a champion within you. Keep grinding, keep rising, and remember, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.
There will be times when you will feel alone, when you'll feel deserted, when you'll feel weak, and you'll doubt yourself, and other people will doubt you, and you ask yourself, am I crazy? Maybe I don't have what it takes. That's going to happen.
But I'll tell you something. Wouldn't it be a shame for you to stop when you've come this far?
Who on this earth would still be going right now? You are. You are.
You're still alive. You're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, that means you've still got some fight left in you.
If you are still alive, there's still room for improvement. There's still room to grow and be better.
Things are going to get harder. Things are going to get tougher. So what you need to do is you need to get harder and you need to get tougher.
You will be tested, and how you face that test determines the rest of your life. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind.
When you want something, don't expect everybody to say, oh, you want this? Oh, great, we want to give this to you. No, many doors will be closed in your face. Many loans that you will want. They'll say, no, you don't have enough credit. And most people will give up. But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out.
put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before. Throw your whole self into it.
If you dare to be great, if you dare to do something that you've never done before, if you dare to go to limits that you've never went to before, they will remember your legacy forever.
Don't let nobody steal your dream. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop running towards your dream. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Don't say I'm having a bad day. Say I'm having a character building day.
When you have fear, fear makes you think in ways you shouldn't be thinking. When you have fear, fear makes you speak in a certain way. But when you have faith, you don't need to count. When you have faith, you don't need to go outside. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many horses. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many armies. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many swords. When you have faith, you don't need to count no shields. When you have faith, you just believe it'll happen. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart. You focus on this, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
Write down at least 5 reasons on why you won't give up. What's going to make you unstoppable? Why you must be unreasonable, because logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be an unreasonable person. You've got to be an uncommon person. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one, that you are entitled to this. You're supposed to have this. This is your calling. This is your time. When you no longer focus on the obstacles, when you no longer care what people think or what they might say, when you no longer find the need to seek their approval, it's done. When the pressure within you is greater than the pressure outside of you.
They say an alligator is so ferocious it'll kill a lion, but I can kill an alligator with my bare hands. How? You kill it right after it eats. Because right after it eats, it gets satisfied. And it goes to a state like it's almost paralyzed. Some of y'all in this room, are you paralyzed? You had a little success? You done what nobody else in your family has done and now you chill? Come on, you ain't hungry no more? I need you to stay focused. Why? You should still be hungry. What have you eaten that's got you satisfied? What have you done? What have you accomplished that got you so full?
It is never finished. You always have more to do. Another mission, another task, another goal. So don't be finished. Be starting. Be alert. Be ready. Be attacking. Be relentless. Let the enemy stop. Let the enemy rest. Let the enemy finish. You don't finish. Don't stop. Don't rest. Not until the enemy is completely destroyed.
I got to stay hungry. I try to keep it humble. I walk around, I don't even want people to know who I am. Why? Because I still want to have that dog. I still need to stay hungry. And when you got pride, it gets in the way of you being hungry. And you need that hunger. But y'all ain't got no doggone motor. You get tired quick. You do a couple hours, you tired. Man, you gotta have that dog. You gotta take that personal. Every single year, your appetite should go up. You should never get settled. You should never get content. Every single year. I want to be successful. I want to execute. I want to make all my dreams become a reality. So my appetite increases. It gets stronger every year. I want more. I want to do more. I want to help more. Every year I want to be bolder. I want to be better. I want to be stronger every single year. All men are created equal. Some work harder. Some get up at 2:30 in the morning. Some of us just cry. Some of us don't make excuses. Some of us don't surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level.
True champions get hungrier every time they win. They don't reach a peak. They don't reach a pinnacle. Winners dominate losers. Legends dominate winners. And your mentality on this earth should be that you want to dominate winners. Legends feel fulfilled and happy because they do what they have to do to be the best there ever was at whatever it is that you do. Just winning is not enough. You're not maximizing your potential. You're not becoming who the f you could become. But dominating people who are winning, that's something that'll leave you a fucking legacy.
There's people in here far superior than me. But there's no one in here that's gonna work harder than me. We get up at 5:30 in the morning, it's pissing rain outside. Our competition's sleeping. I love that.
I will not be outworked, period. Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. The commodity, the majority of people who aren't achieving the things that they want is strictly based on hustle. It's strictly based on being outworked. It's strictly based on missing crucial opportunities.
You might outwork me for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, but you ain't gonna beat me over a year. You can't outwork me over 2 years. I'm gonna get you eventually. I'm a dripping damn faucet. I just keep coming at you. I'm too damn tough to give up. Most people half-ass half their life all the time. I knew they were gonna get tired. They were gonna get down. They quit improving themselves. They start sleeping in. I'm not gonna do that stuff. I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna keep getting wide. I'm gonna stay relentless. I might not be the fastest, the strongest, the smartest, none of that crap, but I'll outwork your ass, and I flat out want it more than you. It's relentlessness, man. It's pushing past barriers. It's every time you get somewhere, it's wanting to go to the next level. You guys are entitled to what you're entitled to is an opportunity to show up and be your best. Everyone's like, oh, Craig, you're lucky. You got this, Craig, you're lucky. Everything you do is luck. Bullshit, because before it was luck, it was a belief. And every day with no one watching at 5 in the morning by myself, I trained it because I believed in it. And all of a sudden one day, my trained ability collided with an opportunity to show it off. That's what luck is. That's what success is. Nothing subjective in there. It's all you. You gotta look at how much you're working. You gotta look at how much effort you're making, the intention you're putting out there. You gotta cross the line in life. You gotta go where nobody else wants to go. You gotta work the hours nobody else wants the hours. You have to resolve yourself today that you're going to dominate, that you're not average and ordinary. There has to become a point where you make a decision. We're gonna dominate. We're here to win. We are not here to play. And that takes some intestinal fortitude. I'm where I'm at because I just flat decided I'm gonna be a player. I decided at some point I get to choose who I am. The world doesn't tell me who I am. I write these chapters.
You don't need the world's permission. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. Only permission you need is from that motherfucker who stares at you back in the mirror every day and a willingness to do the hard fucking work longer, harder, and better than anyone. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy another success program looking for the secret recipe that doesn't exist? Or are you gonna go do something right fucking now and do something that brings you closer to greatness? That's your choice.